Second day with the mic issue. What is up, Tomboy Official? What's up, guys? What's up? I want to talk a little bit about singles awareness, a little bit about Valentine's Day, a little bit about exercise and whatnot. For the LGBTQ plus community. Drinking some coffee. This is not good. I don't know what I was thinking. It's 8:17 a.m. Tuesday morning, February 13th, 2023. I'm drinking this coffee just to wake up more. Went to bed last night. Went to bed around 11:45-ish. That's late for me. I have not been doing the karate exercises. I went into some dancing exercise last night. I did a little bit of stretching at like 10:18 p.m. Smoked a little bowl before that, around 10 p.m. And then decided just to get in some dancing. I was like, my mom's on the other side of the house. She seems like she locked up already. Let me get in some exercise. I'm up. Didn't make it to the gym like I had planned, but I also didn't record anything yesterday. And now I'm drinking this coffee because I made 2 cups of coffee yesterday because I was so tired. I think I probably just overate. Super Bowl pizza. I had like 4 pieces of pizza, 4 wings, and a brownie, and like I'm pretty sure my body was like, what is going on? Like, you are not gonna function the next day with all this. Like, sorry, that's not how it works. You did this to yourself, sorry. So my energy was not up, but gotta give myself some props. I made and ate a healthy lentil stew for lunch. Lentils, carrots, onions. It was kind of lazy, but it took me about 30 minutes to make it. Maybe 40 minutes. So yeah, I was happy. I was happy for myself because I was like, okay. I tried to track if I was getting enough iron yesterday. I almost made it. The lentils almost got me there. So I've got a little bit of leftover lentils. I'll have those for breakfast. It's probably like a cup's worth. I had like 2 cups of it last night. And I think 1 cup is like 6.5 milligrams of iron. I'm trying to get 18 a day. And 6, I can't count. So like 13 milligrams, including the other little things I ate. I'm adding somewhere between at least 3 milligrams to that. So I got at least 15 or so milligrams of iron yesterday. Got a lot of carbs though. I ate a lot of Alfredo, fettuccine, and some salmon. Had some egg. I think it was 1 egg. I don't know. I wrote it all down, but I got to figure out what I'm tracking today. Got to track it again today. Yesterday I thought I knew what I was eating, so because it was kind of planned out in advance, I kind of calculated how much iron I was going to be getting. I need to be getting more iron. And the supplement I have to take, it makes me nauseous, so I'm like, okay, I definitely need more iron. I need to figure this out. So I'm deciding to try to do it naturally. I don't know any other method to try. But I want to see if I can do it for the next couple weeks. I mean, I might not get 18 milligrams every day. I don't think I got there yesterday. I might have. I thought we were having asparagus for dinner. Asparagus and salmon. We ended up having fettuccine alfredo. Had some broccoli in it though. It's really hard to get iron, guys. It's like I'm calculating things. I'm like, one egg is like 0.9 milligrams. You know, to try to get to 18 milligrams a day, it's like literally, I calculated I would have gotten like 2.5 or close to 2.7 milligrams if I would have had a half pound of salmon and like 9 pieces of asparagus. Like that's a little bit excessive, is it not? Like, so I'm probably gonna have to go the route of beans, more beans, bean dishes and things. Because, bro, I don't know, like, I don't think I can eat, like, 9 pieces of asparagus and stuff. Like, I can, but it's like, I don't think that's going to work for me. Not every day. I mean, spinach has some iron, broccoli has some iron, but you have to eat so much of it. Even to get, like, almost 1 milligram, you're eating, like, at least a cupful. And then 2 cups for almost 2 milligrams. It's like, so I'm trying to calculate about 6 milligrams a meal. And it seems like on average, if I don't calculate it beforehand, what I on average get is about 2.5 milligrams or so of iron in every meal. And that's not counting like proteins, carbs, fats, salt, sodium, all that. Sugars, all that. It's not even counting all the other stuff because, you know, I'm supposed to be low on sugar and low on salt and, you know, depending on the fats, you know. I don't think I'm really too bad in those other areas, though. I can be, but I don't think I am. So, I don't know. I'm learning a lot from this health group. It's just trying to put it into practice is like, wow. I took last Friday off from the group, and now I'm like, okay, at least let me take a little extra time to calculate things and, you know, get the numbers in. So I'm doing it. You know, the karate exercises just aren't going to work for me because of this back thing. I thought it was gone, but now when I exercise, it does hurt. It's not like a troubling pain, though. It's just like, I know I have an injury, so it's going to hurt. That's kind of how it is. I used a heat pad last night for a while, and my temperature kind of dropped. I got pretty cold last night. It was cold, too, but I got pretty cold after the dancing, and so it took me a while to kind of warm up. And, you know, if you exercise right before you go to sleep, you're not gonna sleep right. So, but I felt good about it. I was like, I'd rather get exercise than not, because I'm not really gonna have to push too much today. I'm gonna try to do what I need to do for myself. That's the whole name of the game. Do what you need to do for yourself. I'm finding out it's very difficult when I'm super busy. It can take a really long time for me to kind of like adjust. So I'm trying to like take a little time to adjust. We got a holiday midweek. It's not a major holiday. I don't really care about Valentine's Day, but let me use it as an excuse to kind of like step back a little, take some little time and regroup. But I have been feeling pretty tired. I was pretty tired most of yesterday, and I had extra coffee at noon, but I didn't drink it all. So I put some of it in an empty water bottle and stuck it in the fridge. And then this morning I heated up some butter and some coconut oil and stirred in that coffee. It was already pretty strong coffee. I stirred it in, added a little bit of hot water, but it didn't heat it up enough. I probably should have put it in the microwave with the butter and the oil, but it didn't really heat up. So that's why I said the coffee's nasty, because it's like cold. It's not even cold. It's like lukewarm, oily coffee. And I put a creamer in it. I actually put a whole creamer in it. I usually put half and then some almond milk, but I put a whole creamer. It's not going down easy. but it's going to fuel me. And I've got an eye exam in about 90 minutes, but it's only like 2 lights down the street, so I'm going to go do that. I think I'm going to order some beans or something. I don't know what I'm going to order. I've got a little bit of an Amazon credit on my account from a return. A return that I mistakenly pressed to refund me, to credit it back to my Amazon account instead of giving it back to my card. So I've got a little bit of money on there. So I'm going to buy a little bit of necessities on there. Let's see, what else? So yeah, I mean, I don't have that much to really be saying about Valentine's Day. If you're single, enjoy yourself. Treat yourself well. Take yourself on a date. Have a little staycation with yourself, or have a little night with yourself, pamper yourself. You don't have to have anybody else to do that. I think most of us have enough trouble doing that on our own. Kind of just, speaking kind words and just being nice and just taking extra effort to put into action, just like treating ourselves nicely. I think that's a, it's a whole adventure by itself. It can be a struggle, because I think as I understand it, most people aren't usually doing that. But also, when I think of it, I'm like, we don't have to give into those narratives either. Just because most people don't do it and because people find it hard doesn't mean you can't do it. I mean, try not to get too attached to that kind of stuff. Like, it normalizes the fact that, okay, you're not the only one that maybe talks negatively to yourself, but don't use it as a reason to not change or to not try to change. You can try and change it and maybe forget even most of the day, but 1 or 2 or 3 times a day you remember, hey, I said some nice things to myself. Most of the times we're super busy, we're running around, so whatever the automatic habits are that we're in, we stick to them for a long time. It takes a long time of taking a break and having to break these routines, break these practices. We don't have to verbally be if you've ever played sports before and you have a coach that's not positive, you can have a coach that's always just negative and always just you did that wrong, and Shelly, go over there, get the ball, and Shelly, stop lagging, and Jessica, stop lollygagging over there. I'm run, Sarah, run. It's they're not encouraging, they're just down on everybody. Some people's brains are kind of like that on the inside, so it helps to kind of make sure you notice when you're doing it and try to positively coach yourself. Just be all right, go ahead, you're doing good. All right, you ate that meal, that healthy meal you said, or you woke up on that healthy hour that you said, and you cleaned today. You cleaned your house, you got to work on time, you got to school on time, you did praise yourself for the things you do right. Don't just look at only the little things that go wrong. It's it doesn't help you either. I mean, of course, notice things if they're not going the way they need to be going. Sometimes things can't just continue to not get taken care of, but if you are taking care of certain things, just how I mentioned earlier, I'm all right, well, I did do this yesterday, even if it was at a weird time. And I did do that yesterday. Even though I kind of took the day off and I was like, I wasn't going to take the day off, but I was going to go pretty hard. But I went pretty hard Sunday. Worked a half a day, and made $35. I'm going to post about that. I was pretty upset. I got baited on one of my deliveries, a whole 18-mile round trip for $5. Well, it was more than 18 miles. It was 18 miles plus 4.5 or so. So, yeah. Like a 24 mile round trip for $5-something. Because they hid it. They hid the second trip. I thought I was only doing one order for like $5-something, 4.5 or so miles away, which was still not good. And then it ended up being like over 20 miles total for $5-something. After tips, I made $35. That's not counting how much extra I spent in gas and how much I lost on that one trip. I was logged on from 10:30, logged out around 2:30. So about 4 hours, a half a day shift, $35. And it was actually less than $35 because I lost some of that money back into gas. So, because I spent on gas. So, that's no good. There were some orders I skipped though. I wasn't going to go shopping at Target right before Super Bowl. Sorry. And it wasn't a normal Sunday. Usually Sundays are a better day for me. People weren't ordering brunches. They weren't hardly ordering lunches because Super Bowl was at like 3:30. So people were ordering pretty much probably more around the time when I logged out. And there were a lot of store orders. I don't like store orders when there's going to be people in the store. Like, give them to me at like 10 a.m., but I'm not going to go shopping and get like 15 items for somebody in a Target during one of the busiest days where people are out trying to get places on time. Like, it's just not going to happen. And on a Sunday, and the Target they were sending me to is always a zoo. It's always a zoo. People were, at that time, traffic was picking up and people were rushing around, and I was like, I don't want to be in a store. Like, I don't mind the pickup curbside, but I'm not going in a store unless it's like a CVS where you're getting like candy and soda or something. That's simple. I don't like those other stores. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this coffee, get a little breakfast in me, shower, get to my appointment. I'll post the Super Bowl, my Super Bowl anger. Not about the game, just about the deliveries. Trying to make money that day was a mess. Everybody was saying it. People online were like, today's trash. Like when they give you like a mile to dollar ratio, like 1 mile for $1, so like $5 for 5 miles. You know, you probably that's like, don't take anything more than that. And most of them, they're trying to send me like all over the place for barely $3, $5, 20 miles away, 12 miles away. And mind you still have to come back. That's not round trip. That's one way. Drive 12 miles out for $3. You're losing money. And I said, my car guzzles. It's like 19 miles to the gallon. So every time I drive almost 20 miles, I'm spending almost $5, a little less than $5 on gas. Because I'm in Los Angeles. Gas ain't cheap. So it's not even worth it. It's like I'm pretty much basically breaking even. It's not good money. $35, less than $35 in 4 hours is not good money. And it would have been worse if I would have taken just every order, because I would have lost even more on gas. I didn't calculate out the gas. But total, I've put, let me see, the other day when I put 30 in that tank, I think I'm at like, I'm trying to see what mileage I get to, because I reset the trip setting. So I think I'm gonna get about 80 to 90 miles off of $30 of Arco gas. It's not like the good gas, like the cheapest Arco gas at like $4. I think it was like $4 and like 30 something cents the day that I put 30 in it, or 50 something cents, I don't know. So, and I'm not the only one driving. Like, my folks took the car, I took the car out a couple days. It's not all Uber Eats gas. Like, it goes to like driving around when I go to the beach, or when I go do other stuff. It goes to like driving around town in general. So that's it, plan out your days, make good healthy plans, get in that exercise, you'll feel better. I mean, I'm over here trying to exercise and I'm injured, so you just get it in. The other day I did like a couple like 15 to 20 minute little exercise breaks. It helps. You can do 15 minutes. 15 minutes is very doable. If you can't do a consecutive 30, 15 minutes is doable. Do 30 minutes at one time, or 15 minutes at one time, 15 minutes later on. I mean, it's not really the most recommended because of the consecutive minutes, but you're still doing it. It's still more than doing nothing at all. If you're gonna spend 15 minutes scrolling Instagram, spend 15 minutes doing just body weight exercises, some squats, some stretches, some sit-ups, some push-ups. Simple, keep it simple. Lunges, the good stuff. All right, I'm gonna get on with it.